Hey guys, welcome back to Southern Gal True Crime. I hope everybody is doing well tonight. It is Friday, so we're going to have our case of the week. It's not necessarily a missing person, maybe a cold case. So I'll be bringing that to you. If this is your first time visiting Southern Gal True Crime, thank you so much for dropping in and deciding to spend a little time with me. I feature missing persons, cold cases, some true crime in the news, but mostly the cases I feature here on my channel are the lesser known cases that don't get all the national media attention. But I feel it's important to bring attention to these cases and to these victims and the families, because no matter how big or small, and in my heart, all cases are big. It doesn't matter if they get national attention or not, but to me, it's more important to bring you the cases that don't get the national spotlight attention. So that is what I do here. So if you are interested in that, in these cases, please do subscribe. Hit that notification bell to all so you won't miss any new videos that I upload. I upload once or twice a week, depending on my hectic work schedule for my real job. And whenever I do upload, it's usually on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. Monday, if I don't do anything else, I always do my missing person Monday. I bring you 5 missing persons cases. Friday, I usually do my cold case of the week. Wednesday, if there is new information that's come out about some of these bigger high profile cases, I'll do a short video, a condensed version, to try to bring you that information. Sometimes on Sundays we'll lighten it up a little bit we'll take a look at some dumb criminals, some stupid crimes. Those y'all seem to like those videos. I do have one of those recorded that I will probably upload Sunday night, because I haven't done one in a while. But anyway, enough of my babbling. Always in my videos, before we get into the case, I feature a current missing person, and they are usually always featured. Information comes from neverforgottenar.org, which is the Arkansas Missing Persons Database. And let me take this full screen so I can read what I'm doing here. Like I said, comes from neverforgottenarkansas.org. I will put a link to this in the description box. So please, I urge you, no matter what part of the country you're in, if you're in Arkansas, which is where I'm in, it has a lot of good information about cases. So I encourage you to check them out. There we go. So today's featured current missing person is Jeremiah Branch. Now he is just 16 years old. Although in this picture, I don't know if it's an older picture that was included. He looks a little bit younger than 16, so this could have been an older picture. It says his race is unknown, but to me, I'm just going off what I see. He looks maybe African American, maybe mixed, or Hispanic. But regardless, doesn't matter what race. He is missing. He's 16 years old. A male, 5'6", 140 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. He went missing on August 16th of this year, so not too long ago, less than a month ago, from Paragould, Arkansas. So if you have any information about Jeremiah or his disappearance, please contact the Paragould Police Department at 870-236-7621. And I will put a link to his specific information in the description box. So please, I would very much appreciate it if you shared it to get this information out to as many people as possible, as quickly as possible. So with that very most important information taken care of, we will get into our case. Let me get it brought up here. Come on. And tonight we're going to be looking at the case of Morgan Bauer. She is missing, obviously, and she is presumed deceased. And there have been some. I'll go ahead and tell you. I'll give you all the details, but I will go ahead and tell you that there were two people that were arrested for Morgan's kidnapping and presumed killing. But her body has not been found. Her remains have not been found. So I will bring you all that information. And we'll get full screen here so I can read what I'm doing. Right, so Morgan Erin Bauer. She went missing on February 27th of 2016 from Atlanta, Georgia. She is or was classified as endangered missing. She was a white female. She was 19 years old at the time of her disappearance, and if she were alive today, she would be 27. At the time of her disappearance, she was 5'6" and about 130 pounds. Now, we do have a lot of distinguishing characteristics for Morgan. You may ask why I give this information if she is presumed dead, but this information could jog somebody's memory about they might have seen Morgan. They might recognize she has a lot of tattoos and such. So that's why I'm going to give you this information. She had brown hair, blue eyes. It says her ears are gauged, and I'm assuming that's those like round. I've seen them round things they put in the ears, and some of them are small, some of them are very big. I'm just assuming that's what they meant by that. Her lip is pierced twice. Her navel was pierced. She has the following tattoos: a sun and moon inside a Celtic four-star design on the right side of her chest near her shoulder, an anchor with the sentence, "Whatever you love can be taken away, so live like it's your dying day," which I found that very ironic considering her case, but also very beautiful. And that is on her left wrist. A blue and orange jellyfish on the inside of her right forearm. A black tree of life with tiny flowers on the back of her neck. And the sentence, "It's in herself. She will find the strength she needs." And that is on her left hip. So a lot of tattoos. I'm not opposed to tattoos. I have a tattoo that I've had for a lot of years. But anyway. And every tattoo has a meaning. So evidently all these tattoos that she had very special meanings for her. So on February of 2016, Morgan left her hometown of Aberdeen, South Dakota, and she flew from Minneapolis to Atlanta, Georgia. And she arrived there on February 12th of 2016. Now, for one night, she stayed with someone that she met online, which I'm absolutely not judging, but that's just so dangerous in this day and age to just go stay with somebody that you meet online. Now I do not know this person she stayed with. I don't know for sure if it's related. It was one of the people that were charged with her in her case. It is unknown. She was supposed to clean and do chores for this man until she found a job and that she could pay rent. But after that one night, he asked her to leave, so she checked into a hotel. I could not find the information on. Excuse me. Let me get a drink. I'm so sorry. But down here, I don't know what is in the air lately. It's summertime, and I live out in the country on a farm, so we have all kinds of dust and everything, so it kind of makes my voice scratchy. But anyway, so after this one night, Morgan was allowed to leave, and she checked into a hotel. Now, her mom says that she wanted to be her own person. She moved to a big city to spread her wings. Sherry Sitchmiller, who is Morgan's mother, told Dateline. Her mom goes on to say, I didn't want her to really go to Atlanta. It was really something that was really worrying me. But Morgan does everything 100%. She's a go big kind of girl. So it sounded like Morgan was very outgoing. She was very independent. She was her own person. She just wanted to go where the wind took her and pursue her dreams or aspirations in her life. So on February 25th in the evening of 2016, Morgan goes to work at Top of Gainesville, which is a strip club. She worked for about a week as an exotic dancer at this club, or gentleman's club they call it. And then she returned to Atlanta, where she was cited at the Tease strip club on February 25th. Now, the club manager stated that she had applied for a job at this Tease gentleman's club, but she did not have the correct paperwork for him to be able to hire her. Get my slides to work. There we go. So on late night on February 25th, after Morgan had got off work, it says that Morgan left with some people. Now, it doesn't say who she left with. Unsure if these are the two people who were eventually charged in her case. They dropped her off at a Citgo gas station. She then got into a green Eclipse. Now, keep in mind, a green Eclipse, I don't know if I mentioned it again, but obviously it's a car of interest. She got into the green Eclipse with an unknown driver, and this is the last time that her friends saw her. So like I said, it's unknown if this green Eclipse or the person or persons that were in the car are the same people, unknown. Now Morgan kept in close touch with her friends after she left South Dakota, but all the contact stopped on February 5th after she was picked up at the Citgo gas station. So I'm assuming that this is when her abduction and took place and whatever happened to her after that. Since then, she has not been on social media, which they say is very uncharacteristic of her. She normally posted daily. She had very little money at the time of her disappearance, so she did not have apparently any money or to maybe rent a hotel room to stay in or things of that nature. Her mom says that at this point Morgan was really in survival mode, and that scared her mom. Who doesn't want to make it at 19 and hasn't made a not so great choice? So I don't know what not so great choices that she's talking about. She may be referring to Morgan's choice of employment or the people she hung out with, or even getting into this car with this green Eclipse. They don't know if she knew who the person was that she got into the car with or not. Morgan's mom says, but for her to be off the radar like this is scary. And that is absolutely, it is scary. It's terrifying. At the time, she says she wanted Morgan to know that she wasn't in trouble, that just please, if Morgan had the ability to contact or reach out someone to do it. But her mom says, I have this feeling maybe she doesn't have that opportunity because of whatever has happened to her. So it sounds like at this early point, Morgan's mom just has this feeling that something's not right, that something has happened to Morgan. And of course, she is very worried about her, as any parent, friend, family member would be. So after Morgan's disappearance, Sherry, Morgan's mom, and Morgan's dad traveled to Atlanta. They pounded the pavement. They put up flyers with Morgan's photo. They said thousands of people offered support and encouragement online. Morgan's story and images were reportedly reaching hundreds of thousands of people, which is always good. the more that the victim's missing person's name is put out there, it may jog somebody's memory, keep her name out there so she's not forgotten. Because unfortunately, as we know, hundreds of people go missing every day, and some of these cases get overshadowed whenever the news cycle. It's always the next thing, the next best thing, the next best thing that comes along is what they jump on. But that's their job. You can't fault the media for that. Members, there was a Facebook group, Missing Morgan, that at the time it topped over 5,000 members. So that was good. Like I said, it's always good to use social media with these missing persons cases. Social media. Now, I'm not a huge fan of social media. I do have a personal Facebook page, but I don't have Instagram or TikTok or Twitter or whatever Twitter's called now. I just don't get into it, but it can be a good tool to help get the word out, maybe information out about these missing persons. So that's all I'll say about social media. So on February 26th of 2016 was Morgan's last post on Instagram. Now, I just did a screenshot of it here, but I did find the whole video, and I will put a link to it in the description so you can watch it. It was originally believed that this post was on February 25th, but a friend sent Morgan's mom a screenshot confirming that it was posted on the 26th. And this video appears to show her in a park with an unidentified man walking behind her. Now, I did watch this video. Like I said, it's very short, but you have to look real close. But you can see in the video that there is somebody walking behind her. And I don't know Morgan's personality, but to me, just the way that her actions and some noise that she didn't really say anything in particular, just kind of made some ooh-ah noises. But like I said, I'll put the link and you can watch it and you can judge for yourself. And please, if you do figure out, if you see this person, if you can see this person, or maybe kind of figure out what Morgan was saying, if anything at all, please leave me a comment, and let me know if you hear or see anything in particular that I might have missed. On July 20, so we're going to fast forward to July 27th of 2023. FBI and multiple police agencies conduct a search for Morgan's remains based on, quote, credible information and evidence gathered over the course of the investigation. And this property they searched was in Porterdale, Georgia. And it says it was based off of a credible tip. And I didn't find any information on how, excuse me, how long the search was, or if they found anything of what they call evidentiary value. Slides are not wanting to cooperate. There we go. Okay, so some more information about the search on, this says Monday, Georgia Bureau of Investigation, or GBI, agents were back, so I guess they went back to do another search after the initial search at the property in Porterdale, where they said they did find items of evidentiary value last week in connection with the disappearance of 19-year-old Morgan Bauer. And Casey McClure says it all goes back to the couple that was last seen with Morgan. And this Casey McClure, it says he runs an organization that provides outreach to exploited women and has helped in the search since it began. He goes on, he goes on to say, we do not know if it's Morgan or if it's something else that they recovered. I'm assuming it is. They're not really sharing that information publicly. And of course, Morgan is still considered a missing person. So, of course, if they did find anything, they're not going to release it. That's per usual with any investigation. Now, we fast forward to August 5th of 2023. In August 2023, Jonathan Alexander Warren, who is not pictured because I tried to find his picture, but I finally found in an article that per Georgia law or whatever state was in, they do not release mugshots. So therefore, we do not have a picture of Mr. Warren. He was arrested and charged with homicide, aggravated assault, concealing a death, and tampering with evidence in Morgan's case. So evidently I'm assuming the search turned up this information that led them to Mr. Warren. And also, Caitlin Goebel, who is pictured there on the left, was arrested and charged with concealing a death, tampering with evidence. Goebel and Warren, who live in Porterdale, Georgia, were the last people known to have seen Morgan. Now, it does not say, but I'm just going on the theory or assumption, this is just my opinion, my assumption, that maybe possibly this Jonathan Warren and Caitlin Goebel might possibly have been the people that were driving this green Eclipse that Morgan got into and was never seen again. I don't know for sure. I'm just speculating. I usually don't like to use the word speculate because we don't do this on this channel. We try not to do speculations and go down rabbit holes, but I would just in my thinking and trying to reason, that possibly could have been the case. But like I said, I don't know for sure. Authorities say that the relationship of this Jonathan Warren and Caitlin Goebel, they don't know what the relationship was, or if they do know it, it was not released. My camera's a little crooked. Authorities do believe that Morgan was killed and her body was dumped. And wherever they were searching in this Porterdale, Georgia, I'm assuming is where they believe or think that her body was dumped at. Porterdale, Georgia police said that the investigation is ongoing. They are working closely with the Newton County District Attorney's Office, as reported by Atlanta News First. Porterdale police officers obtained arrest warrants, and the two people, Jonathan Warren and Caitlin Goebel, have been arrested in this ongoing investigation. Investigators are still actively investigating the case, and it is continuing to develop, Porterdale police said in a statement. A statement from Morgan's mom says, what we cannot share is speculation. Please understand, legally and currently, Morgan is still considered a missing person. While we are so grateful that arrests have been made, this is an ongoing investigation. So, as always, ongoing investigation. They're not going to release any new information, but hopefully they have the right people. They can make it. They have evidence linking this Jonathan Warren and Caitlin Goebel to Morgan's disappearance and taking of her life. And hopefully sometime soon it will be brought to trial, and they will be held accountable if indeed they are now this is all innocent until proven guilty. So but hopefully these are the people that committed this crime, and they will be brought to justice. And if not, if they turn out to be not to be the people who the individuals who committed this crime, hopefully that they can find who committed it and bring that person to justice. All right, I think that is the last slide. All right, so since this is an ongoing investigation, if you do have any information about Morgan, her disappearance, her possible death, anything you may have seen, the saying, if you see something, say something. I don't have the number here, but you can contact the GBI, Georgia Bureau of Investigation, the Porterdale Police Department. You can always call 911. Tell your local authorities, and they can get in touch with the people who need to be made aware of this information. I do have another one. Oh, so of course, foul play. Oh, I do have. Sorry, I forgot I had another slide. Of course, foul play obviously suspected in Morgan's case due to circumstances, but her remains have not been recovered. That's why I do these cases that where arrests have been made and charges are filed, but the remains are still not found. And that's the most important thing, is to try to find Morgan, bring her home, lay her to rest, and try to give her family some closure. So if you do have information, you can call the Atlanta Police Department at 404-658-6666. All right, I think that is the last slide. Okay. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this, I always have to say interesting or enjoyable, because it's definitely not enjoyable to bring these cases, but I hope you found it informative. If you once again, if you like what I do here at Southern Gal True Crime, please do consider subscribing. Hit the notification bell to all, so you won't miss out on anything. I've been doing or all my content is videos. At some point, I may consider doing some lives if I get my subscriber count up a little bit and make it worth, where I won't feel like I'm talking to myself on a live. But anyway, please like the video, share it, comment on it. The more likes, shares, and comments that a video get, or any video gets, YouTube pushes it out to more people. The more people that see it, the better, because the purpose of this is to get this information out about these missing cases and cold cases, get this information out to as many people as possible, as quickly as possible, to keep their names out there so that they are never forgotten. Okay, I think that's all I have. So until next time, please take care of yourselves. Be careful out there. Unfortunately, 99% of this world is good people, fantastic people, but there's just that little percentage so we just always have to be careful and be aware of our surroundings. Take care of your fellow human beings. That's the most important thing we can do. Take care of each other so we can make it through this life safely. And just do whatever you can to make someone else's life a little bit better. All right, so until next time, I will see you, and thank you again so much for watching. It's very much appreciated.